Hello, my name is Chloe Folan, and you are most welcome. This is a video, well, first in a series of videos. On a video series I am calling Antahkarana Thread Weaving, Building the Rainbow Bridge. You are most welcome to join me for this video series, and I hope you find the information insightful, helpful, and enlightening. I just thought I would start the series, start part one with a brief introduction, just explaining this series more and the reason for it. This video series accompanies the free PDF booklet that I have published on my website, Building the Rainbow Bridge, the Science and Causation of Antahkarana Thread Weaving. So I created this video series just to help better explain aspects of the PDF document. So my reasons for releasing this document is a lot of people would have noticed that prior to me starting to give readings, progress readings on the science of Antahkarana thread weaving, and that information also coming through my workshops and courses, there was no coherent information on the science of Antahkarana thread weaving, meaning proper, decent, practical information that explained in detail the process of Antahkarana thread weaving and how that happens. So that was one of my main reasons for releasing the free PDF booklet release. My reasons for releasing this booklet for free are twofold. Number one, because of the unfortunate copying and plagiarism of some aspects of my work that's happened over the last few years. That is one of the main reasons for releasing the booklet containing all of the main information condensed. My other reason is also to put people off continuing to do that because it's highly disrespectful. People who know me well know that when I teach other people's information or workshops, I respectfully, out of moral reasons and also legal reasons, I quote sources and I acknowledge where I've received certain information from. So it's very disappointing and highly agitating to experience some mild copying of my work and plagiarism. So this free PDF booklet release, which even though it hasn't been released through a traditional publishing house, it has been professionally edited, and it's also copyright protected by virtue of how it's been released. So copyright laws still apply. My other reason for releasing this information is also to prevent people from fleecing people for thousands for this type of information. While I do set a fee for my spiritual services are priced at a very reasonable fee and quite often below average for the types of services offered. And for those who do go through financial difficulties, there are other links and documents that I provide to support them. So that's the other reason for releasing this document, because as most esoteric students are aware, the science of building the Rainbow Bridge, the science of Antahkarana thread weaving, is the new meditative science. And this booklet is the definitive guide on that process, the most well explained, the most thoroughly explained and meticulous explained, accompanying also describing techniques that cause this process properly. So this you will find nowhere else. And just to reiterate, one of the reasons for doing this is also to prevent others for conning people out of thousands for that information, because unfortunately that's what happens when new information is released. People do in the beginning try to plagiarize it, copy it, and make a fortune out of it. So here is the definitive guide for free on my website. So enough about the legalities. I would like to come back to a lighter tone over sharing this information. And this video series is for accompanying the booklet. So just to explain a little bit more, this is in the introduction to the document. And actually, to help with that, I will bring up my screen share. So this is the document that is available for free on my website, the free PDF. So it is a free release called Building the Rainbow Bridge, the Science and Causation of Antahkarana Thread Weaving. New releases never before properly documented or explained. Coming to the introduction, where this information came from is with the work that I do with and for the Rainbow Bridge techniques, which are also known as the soul star clearing techniques. In my capacity, in my very privileged capacity as a reader for the techniques, I started meticulously cataloging and recording what was being viewed within people that were having progress readings with me. And of course, all of those notes are private and remain private. It is just the causation effects that have been released. So this booklet, this PDF booklet, is 9 years worth of meticulous, patient work, where a lot of care has gone into creating this booklet. A lot of care went into meticulously recording the phenomena. So I hope that that does come through in my work, that this is not a booklet that was channeled in 2 weeks and chucked out there. This booklet contains information that was meticulously and very patiently recorded over 9 years. And the phenomena described was witnessed in students consistently utilizing the Rainbow Bridge techniques, the soul star clearing techniques. So even though in one way this booklet is about the causation of the Rainbow Bridge techniques, a very detailed causation of the Rainbow Bridge techniques, it's also a booklet on the process of Antahkarana thread weaving and how that happens, because that is deeply linked with building the light body, as it's now commonly called. There has been a beautiful foreword written as well. So while the information in the booklet in places is condensed information, the whole reason for a foreword being added was to give a gentle introduction into the phenomena that's explored and explained within the booklet. So the foreword and the introduction is a good place to start, just to get a better reference point for what the rest of the information is about. And then that does lead into stages of building the Rainbow Bridge, which is stages of Antahkarana thread weaving. The following chapter is how the heart center petals transform. And the third chapter, well, I call it the third chapter because I consider stages of building the Rainbow Bridge, how the heart center petals are transformed, and the 5 threads, the main contents that everything else has been built around within the PDF document. The 5 threads of the Antahkarana, I would consider the heart of this work, quite literally. The information contained in that chapter will be found nowhere else. And it's a beautiful sharing. It's a beautiful chapter. And I do believe anyone that reads it would find it extremely enlightening and really, really good food for the soul. So it's a very good chapter, but I do recommend starting with the introduction, gently digesting the foreword, then gently reading through the stages of building the Rainbow Bridge. And that chapter also has a glossary. So stages of building the Rainbow Bridge, it opens with a glossary just so when different phenomena are referenced, there's a proper understanding of what I'm referencing. Because different mystery schools and different esoteric schools can sometimes use the same name for different things, or the same name means something slightly different. So that's why it's also very good to take some time to read Stages of Building the Rainbow Bridge, in particular the glossary. So when I say solar angel, you understand what I mean and what's being referenced. When I'm saying monad, you understand what's being referenced, or at least have a good idea over what's being referenced. So that is a particularly useful chapter. On that note as well, just in case this wasn't clear, when I mean that this phenomena was mainly recorded in students who have continued to use the Rainbow Bridge techniques, I mean clairvoyant observation. I consider it a privilege to have very intact inner vision, to be able to observe this type of phenomena. So that's what I mean. This was inner vision perceived in students using the Rainbow Bridge, meaning clairvoyantly what was seen in people's development as they progressed through utilizing the Rainbow Bridge techniques. I do believe that would now conclude my introduction. So as I was saying, I would like people to start with the introduction video, part 1. And in my part 2 video, I'm going to cover Antahkarana thread weaving, building the Rainbow Bridge, birth, stage 1 and stage 2, because I do believe it would be very useful to break the information down into short videos. On that note, I hope you enjoy the videos. I hope they reach people who are seeking this information, and I hope you find it enjoyable and very uplifting. Blessings to you.